Hello everyone, what's up? Welcome to the Sam Livecast. It's Wednesday, we're in the middle of vegetable week. We're here having a good time. Max and Lynn are in the back. What's up, boys?
How you doing?
Yo.
Yeah, you tell me to bring it in hot and heavy, and then you go, how you doing?
Sorry, I'm focusing.
You just brought the whole show down.
What's up, everybody?
That's what we're talking about.
Thanks for being here. We love you guys.
True.
Don't make me read that comment by another Sean Hannity who writes,
we'll be reading it.
maybe folks would not think Max was such a douchebag if he would pull up his pants and keep his mouth shut instead of acting like a douchebag. It's the Sam Livecast, not the Max and his dad Livecast. Max should spend his time producing and let the talent do the talking and the cooking.
Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
Well, it's kind of harsh, man.
It was a little harsh.
Hey,
The internet world is
That's
cruel.
how some people feel, and that's fine. I can deal with that.
Let me ask you this. We have Greg Rempy from BBQ Central Radio Show coming up in about a minute.
We do.
Yeah.
But I just have to ask, does that shit bother you?
At a time, I'd say definitely yes. Maybe in the first 100 episodes, for sure. But now we're approaching 300. I've had a lot worse things said about me. And I knew, I mean, I expected it. I knew every time I kind of go at it with you, people obviously
I
take
tell you,
your
whoa,
side
whoa,
over mine.
you're not going to be making any more friends by calling them you people.
Oh, come on.
That was by the way, my father who passed away a year ago,
Yeah.
that was his line.
Yeah.
You people. We'd be sitting around trying to decide what to do for dinner. My dad would go, well, what do you want, Dad? He goes, I don't care. You people decide. Which is about the coldest expression you could ever use for people that you love in our family.
Yeah. Okay, before we get into Greg Rempy, two things really quick. I think it's obvious that person is at least over 50 years old based on the amount of times they told me to pull my pants up.
Well, I can't disagree.
Second of all.
Yes.
No, second
nice
of all.
try.
I don't wear my pants very low. Third of all, you might think that I do, but that's because I have my hands up here working a camera, and I can't exactly adjust my pants when
Does
I
it have
want to.
anything to do with you being a douchebag?
Probably.
Okay, there you go. A little bit of that. All right, we have lots of stuff to get to today, not the least of which, first up, ladies and gentlemen, a guest that we love having on the Sam Livecast. It is Mr. Greg Rempy from the BBQ Central Show. He is he's a douchebag because he's put himself in my kitchen. He's like some weird, freakish giant.
Whoa.
I just saw.
What just happened?
Was that Mrs. Rempy?
That was a little daughter Rempy.
Oh, it's louder. Okay, I couldn't see. It's smaller on the screen. I'm
Little
not
green
trying to
screen magic
suggest that
there.
you've got a 10-year-old in your basement. By the way,
We don't
you
do-
are from Cleveland.
I was gonna say we don't do that in Cleveland.
Should we
very
talk
much.
about that? Has that shit died down there yet, man?
Yeah, it's pretty much over. I mean, it's like anything. It's hot for 3 or 4 days, and everybody kind of puts their head down and remembers where they're from, and that's about it.
Yeah. Well, what a shame. What a shame that it happened. What
The
a
fact
bigger.
that it was so close. Like these girls for 10 years held captive in padlocked basement, just brutalized beyond belief, and they were 3 or 4 miles from their home where they were taken 10 years before that.
It's unbelievable.
Crazy.
I mean, it's
Crazy.
well, I don't know what's more unbelievable, that itself, or the fact that the lawyer came out and said, A, he's going to plead innocent or not guilty. He's going to plead not guilty, and he's misunderstood. Oh yeah, I bet he's misunderstood.
Oh yeah,
But
there's
not
a
in
lot
the
of
way he thinks
misunderstanding.
he's misunderstood. Anyway,
No,
enough of that. We're here to talk barbecue. Because you're the man.
Let's do this.
You got this going on. For people that don't know, Greg Rempy. Greg Rempy is the heart and soul of BBQ Central Radio Show, right?
Yeah.
Once a week. There you go. You talk nothing but barbecue. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's anything that has to do with the industry. So if it's competition, if it's a pit manufacturer, if it's a grill maker, if it's accessories,
Right.
pretty much if it has anything to do with outdoor live fire cooking, we'll touch at it at some point.
Right. And what was that? A live fire cooking? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, live fire cooking.
Got it. As opposed to like oven.
Yeah, or like a George Foreman grill. Not a grill, by the way.
You've never used a George Foreman grill on your show.
No, I've
No,
never had
you would get booted off if you did.
No way.
You would be the wait. What's his name? Who's that douchebag from here?
Oh, Kevin Roberts.
Kevin Roberts. You'd be the Kevin Roberts of the grill world if you used the George Foreman grill. Am I right?
That
Yeah, I
went
could be
straight over
called
my head.
the food dude too.
Yeah, that's
not
right.
lame.
Yeah, your people would not like you for that. By the way, something new in your career. You are now writing and blogging for AmazingRibs.com. Correct?
Yeah, AmazingRibs.com is the most popular and heavily trafficked grilling and barbecue website on the planet.
On the planet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There you are. Look
Well,
at that.
welcome, Greg Rempy.
Yeah.
Greg
Welcome,
Rempy,
Greg Rempy.
famous for his BBQ Central radio show, joins our team to write about competition barbecue. Boom.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Read my first effort on competition chicken. It will change your life.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm loving the green screen thing that you've done there.
I like it too.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, so let's do this. Let's talk about a few things. Do this first for me because I believe the terms barbecue and grilling are used interchangeably, and they should not be, correct?
Yeah. I mean, look, if you talk to my wife, I'm showing my snobbery or my geekdom between the two.
Yeah.
But, if you're within the subculture that I am, they are two distinct cooking methods. Grilling is probably what, 95% of us do every weekend. It's high heat.
Right.
It's burgers, it's dogs, it's steaks, blah, blah, blah. But it's meat, it's grill grate, it's fuel source, whether it be gas or charcoal. That's
Right.
grilling in its basic sense.
Right.
Barbecue is different. It's much longer. It's indirect heat. So you have maybe a water pan that acts as a heat diffuser.
Yes, sir.
It always has wood smoke in it for smoke flavor. And it's typically done with the bigger cuts of meat, whole chickens,
Briskets.
pork butts,
Yes.
briskets.
Right. Hey, what percentage of the time do you barbecue as opposed to grill?
For me, it's about 50-50.
It is.
Yeah. I mean,
And-
during the week, I don't have, 15 hours to tend to a pork butt or a brisket.
Right.
So I'll fire up the grill. But now I'm probably different than most people. Probably not you too much, Sam, because I've heard the arsenals that you have in your deck. I'm a little bit similar. I might have a little bit more, but I have a lot to choose from. So I can do both or multiple smokings and grillings at the same time because I have multiple vessels.
If you had to choose between grilling for the rest of your life or barbecuing for the rest of your life, you could only choose one, what would it be?
It's going to be barbecue because the
Yeah.
majority of people don't do it.
Yeah.
And the people that do it probably don't do it as well as they should, and it's always more of a crowd pleaser when you have people over. Plus, you can cook for a lot more people barbecuing. Brisket's going to serve 15 or 20 people. A pork butt's going to serve 25 or 30 people, depending on how big you make your sandwiches. So a lot of benefits there.
Would you agree that it's not as difficult as people believe it is?
Yes, totally.
It's a few tricks, a couple of tips in your back pocket, and you're going to be okay, right?
I think it's like anything else. The more you do it,
That's exactly it.
the more proficient you become at
Yeah.
it. But it's barbecuing is almost, if I can equate it to the Thanksgiving turkey.
Yes.
It's
Yes,
so,
that's
oh
excellent.
my God, oh no.
Yeah.
But once you actually do it and you realize that it's not as difficult as you said,
Yeah.
you stick to a few things, you hit your marks, and you know where you need to have your temperatures, and you look like a king. And really, the secret should be kept within the circle.
And this is the time of the year that people need to be thinking about this stuff. By the way, you're freaking me out being that giant head in my kitchen, which is great. I freaking love it. It's fantastic.
Hey, can a noob interject here?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, so I think the big thing, the big barrier
Can we see
entry-
you when you
Yeah,
talk?
sorry, I gotta pull it up.
That's
I gotta
okay.
So the
make
big
a
barrier
note.
to entry for me when it comes to barbecue, at least, seems to be that it's a long time and you don't want to screw it up, right? Like, that's kind of the thing. Like, if you do screw it up,
I would
happens?
argue, before Greg answers, and we still never saw you, by the way. There you are now. I would argue that the tolerance for mistake is greater with grilling than it is with barbecuing. Because with grilling, I mean, your protein may be on the grill for as little as 8-9 minutes. And if you make a mistake in 8-9 minutes, it's going to really show. But in 15 hours, how big a mistake can you make? You can easily correct course, change course, right?
50% of me believes everything you just said. The other 50% says you're full of crap.
Oh, by the way, 50% of you lives in a city that kidnaps 10-year-old
All right.
girls and
I
puts them in
didn't
a
do
basement
it.
for 10 years. So the whole frickin' Cleveland, Ohio is tainted, I'm afraid to say.
Oh, I mean, it's been like that for 20 years. I mean,
That's true.
I live here. I know what I'm talking about.
Because we have no problems in San Diego.
We don't.
Yeah, that never happens anywhere else, just in Cleveland. But
Only,
here's
right.
here's what I mean. when you're doing the high heat,
Yep.
in some instances, your window for error is actually much smaller because you're cooking at higher temperatures. So your meat or your protein is getting to your target a lot quicker than it is at the lower temperatures of barbecue.
That's my point.
Now, there are points in a brisket where even though you're cooking it for 15 hours,
Yeah.
there is a window where you can go from perfectly cooked brisket to pot roast brisket. And the window is small. For other cuts, you do have pork butts. You're absolutely right. It is so forgiving. You could almost overcook the crap out of it, and it's still going to be, moist and succulent because it's just riddled with fat.
Right.
But chicken, that's kind of like the brisket. It will have a tendency to dry out if you don't watch your temperature. So,
Yeah.
I'm 50-50 on that.
Okay, so I agree with you. Let me tell you that I have a newfound love affair with charcoal. And it's because of my relationship with Bed Bath & Beyond, because the Bed Bath & Beyond stuff that we're doing, you're doing videos for the blog and the website and stuff like that. And of course, this weather got better, and it's time to do some grilling stuff. And so I'm saying to them, I'm going to do some grilling stuff. And they go, what are you going to cook on? And I go, the stuff I've got. And they go, it'd be good if you cooked on what we sold, which completely makes sense. I get that.
Yeah, totally.
So they said you should use the little 22.5-inch Weber, which I've never owned, by the way. So I got one. It's $99 at Bed Bath & Beyond. Not a commercial. I'm just saying that's what it is.
Not a commercial at all.
And I chose to use lump charcoal in it. So the first one of these that Max and I shot was, a month ago? Oh, my phone.
Duh.
Sorry.
This is what happens when I don't yell silence your cell phones at the beginning.
Yeah.
God, how bad am I for that? So the first one we shot, Max, was a month ago?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
That
Or a
was not
month,
even
whatever. It's only twice as less time. But I cannot stop now cooking with charcoal. I have a beautiful gas grill outside.
Barbecue galore gas grill, from what I
You're right.
remember.
That big Porsche designed version.
Yeah.
I cannot stop cooking on the little Weber or my big green egg with the charcoal. I can't stop. I'm in love with it. I'm having an absolute love affair with this that's ridiculous. There it is. But that's the big one. That's the gold one. Where's that from? Is that Bed Bath?
That's not from Bed Bath.
That's not from Bed Bath.
No.
But that's also the bigger one that I have. That's that one touch that's got that little box in the bottom, and I don't even have that. I just have the standard 22.5-inch, $99. That I'm telling you, if you're sitting at home and you're trying to decide, should I spend $500 on a gas grill, or do I buy some charcoal version? Buy that one. Buy the $99. Would you not say that?
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, let me welcome you into the year 1952, Sam, because that's when the Weber kettle was made.
That was really funny. In your text a week ago, now you're using it again.
Glad you finally got there. Here's why I say absolutely 100% that I agree with you is because gas grills, depending on what you buy, if you're not going to shell out the money for a really good gas grill, you're going to be buying a new one every year or two.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah, and there's a lot of manufacturers that are going to promise you a lot of value-added stuff like true infrared, blah, blah, blah. It's all a bunch of horse crap.
It's all bullshit is what it is.
The idea is good,
right?
But production is bad, so it doesn't perform well, so you're not getting what you're paying for.
Yeah.
Now, the benefit to the kettle grill is, it's live fire charcoal.
Yes.
You do have choices between charcoal and briquettes, but this also... The kettle grill is a gateway drug, like marijuana is to hooch. You go charcoal grill. You now have the opportunity to start, playing around with smoke. You can cook indirect. You can bring it down to a barbecue temperature, so you can see: do I like smoked ribs? Do I like grilled ribs? You can mess around with it. If you like the barbecue, then you can go into a big green egg, or you can get a Weber Smoky Mountain, or whatever the case may be. So it's absolutely a dream. And anything new, you're always going to cook more on. But I mean, I'm a charcoal guy.
I can't
Tastes
stop.
better,
Honestly, dude.
Feels better. You can just do so much. Here's the other thing that I like about charcoal grill, and nobody ever mentions this. When you're cooking, well, probably not on your Porsche grill, but the other people that have like the Ford Escort of grills. Yeah. If the chicken starts
why you
got to
do that to me? Why you got to like make that difference right out loud like that?
Look at my kitchen. What are you talking about? So, let's say you're cooking chicken thighs and the fat starts to render out.
Yeah.
It gets on the burners. You have a fully involved fire.
Yes, you do.
The gas
That's a
grill
good
doesn't
point.
know that, hey, I'm on fire. I'm just going to continue to kick out gas and you have
Yeah.
a huge fire. With the charcoal grill, if the top is off, put that top on. It suffocates 95% of the oxygen out, and the flare-ups are gone.
It's amazing. Wait, let me ask you this. Here's an important question that I've been wrestling with for the past month since I've started this. I've been cooking only on lump charcoal, which really is wood that's been burned to an extreme point, correct?
Yeah, I mean, basically, for people that have never seen it before, it would be like if you went into a house fire after the fact
That's a
and
good
picked
point.
up like the charred pieces of 2x4.
Right. So where do you come down on lump charcoal versus the briquettes?
I like briquettes solely if I'm using like my Weber Smoky Mountains to cook overnight, like pork butts and briskets, because charcoal briquettes are uniform, they're consistent.
Yes.
I know what kind of burn I'm going to get out of it.
Yes.
The downside, they don't burn as hot, and they produce a tremendous amount of ash.
Is there any leftover taste from briquettes?
Now, the taste is going to come from starting your charcoal grill with lighter fluid.
Yeah, which
and
I would
not
never
letting-
do.
Well, I mean, you can. I don't recommend it.
No, I don't
But-
think you should. I think you get flavor from that. That's not acceptable.
If you're going to do it, you really have to let it. You really have to let charcoal go down to like gray white on the top to really make sure it's all burned off. Otherwise, it will impart something on your food. The other thing that you run into is, if you're running out of charcoal briquettes, especially like the Kingsford brand,
Yes.
if you grab a couple extra handfuls and throw them in on top of the stuff that's already lit, there is kind of an initial stink, if you will.
Who wants that?
And depending on what kind of food you have, it could kind of impart that on your food as well.
I don't want stink on my body, let alone on my food, dude.
No,
I mean, really.
so the hardwood lump charcoal is a completely different monster. It's not uniform. It is not consistent. It burns tremendously hotter. But there is you've seen it. How much ash is left compared to cooking on regular briquettes? Hardly any.
Yeah, I hear you.
It is so efficient when it burns, and it is clean, and it imparts a nice smoke flavor, subtle smoke flavor on whatever it is you're cooking, and you can add right in the middle of the cook, and it's not going to impart that funky smell on your meat.
I got you. Okay, so look. So if anybody gets anything out of our conversation today, because I got to cut us off because I could do this for 5 hours. And maybe we should, I got an idea that we could try this. I did yesterday a Memorial Day live stream. I'm here to answer your questions.
Yeah.
And I was live on the computer, and people could ask me, and I was standing in my kitchen, I would answer them. Maybe we can do like a 2-part thing one day and answer some of these questions that people have, because I know people have questions. I would like to encourage everybody watching to think about using charcoal or briquettes as opposed to gas. I'm not against gas. I'm just saying the joy that I have, the culinary joy I've gotten out of charcoal, live fire, in the past month, it's overwhelming.
And remember that I believe that gas grills have now gotten the stigma for being overly convenient with appliances like a charcoal chimney. Which I've used in the past. I now have upgraded to a weed torch, which is like a blowtorch that goes on the end of a 20-pound propane tank.
What?
I mean, you can be up and running in as little as 10 minutes on a charcoal
That's exactly
grill.
it. That was always my complaint.
Come on.
My line about using gas was this. I would say, well, when I want to eat now. I don't want to eat an hour from now. And if you build a fire with charcoal or briquette in one of those Webers,
Yeah.
without the benefit of a chimney, it can be 45 minutes until you're ready to cook.
Yeah.
I bought a chimney a week ago. I am up and running in 15 minutes. It's unbelievable to me how this has happened. My life has just effing changed so much.
Remember, the old stigma is you dumped charcoal in the kettle, you built it into a pyramid,
Yeah.
you doused it with lighter fluid, and then you had to walk away for half an hour for that whole thing to get ready. With those appliances that you just mentioned, it is a completely different ball game. And you're doing yourself and your family a disservice if you're just cooking on grass. Hello.
Gas.
If you're cooking on gas solely because it's convenient. It's not that anymore.
Well, by the way, speaking of grass, you just did mention a weed burner thing that I don't know what that is, but we're going to save that. We'll talk about that next time. I also have questions about the new techie stuff that's out there and grill grates that I've sort of asked you about in texting, and I want to know a little bit more about because I'm kind of intrigued, and you've got some on your website. So
maybe the next time,
yeah,
because it is summer, so it is going to be lighter out here on the East Coast. Maybe I can get a camera out on my deck and we can actually demo some stuff.
I would love to see that.
That would be sweet.
Greg
do
Rempy,
it.
BBQ Central Radio Show. Tell people when you're on Tuesdays.
Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The video feed can be found at OutdoorCookingChannel.com live, or we stream live on Roku as well at the Outdoor Cooking Channel app. Or you can listen audibly, the BBQCentralShow.com.
And how often do you contribute to AmazingRibs.com?
It's probably going to be about once a month.
There you go.
And we'll it's kind of a touch and feel at this moment because it is kind of new. So,
Yeah.
But I would say about once a month. AmazingRibs.com.
Can I make a suggestion? Why don't you contribute a video version of you talking about stuff?
I've actually talked about that with Meathead, and we're taking that under advisement.
Got it. By the way, he's not being disrespectful to the guy whose site it is. That's his name.
Yeah,
He's
that's
called Meathead.
If you call him Craig, he will actually yell at you.
All right, Greg Rempy, my friend, thank you very much. One
All right,
day
guys,
we'll
take
get
care.
to cook together in person. I'm looking forward to that.
Sooner than later, I hope.
And by the way, get out of my fucking kitchen, man.
All right, I'm out of here.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
There you go.
Don't forget to go to thebarbecuecentralshow.com and support his sponsors.
He's the best. Speaking of sponsors, let me take a quick break, teach you something very intelligent about Fixtures Living. We're going to come back, and I've got food here. I'm cooking right in this thing. I'm going to fire this up, and everything we're going to do is going to happen right here in the next couple minutes. See you in a second. Okay, so how awesome is Greg Rempy, right?
He's the man.
He's the man.
The
Oh, yeah.
sage.
Apart from the fact that he lives in Cleveland.
Oh, don't give him
So
such
I'm
a
only
hard time.
kidding. Wait, I
We
got to
love
get...
our Midwesterners.
We love them. Well, I got to get this going. So this pan, this cast iron pan that
Oh, it's nice and seasoned there.
my grandmother's,
Oh,
Really?
she
Wow.
died at like 87, and that was 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And she had it from when she was, I don't know how old, 30, maybe
Wow.
20. So how old is that thing? I can't. That's like if a train leaves San Diego going 150 miles an hour.
Math isn't really your strong
It's
suit.
not really my strong point. Okay, so here's what we're making. We're making something called Maque Choux.
Hell yeah.
MAQUECHOUX, which means like fake shoe. I don't really know. I've already cooked some bacon in this, which is down here. You don't need to worry about that yet.
Okay.
I want to do everything at the table, but I knew if I was cooking bacon here, it would be greasy and it would make a mess on me,
Yes.
and
okay.
it would splatter, and I didn't want that.
This is the first time we've done a dish
Yes.
which I've never heard before.
Ah, nice.
Ever.
Maque Choux. There you
Southern
go.
Louisiana. Wow.
It is. Yeah. Well, here's the deal. I was looking around the store, and I'm thinking, the weather's nicer and what's out, and here's what's out. Corn.
Oh, yeah.
So this is corn cut off of 4 cobs that I bought at the store today.
Which, by the way,
Yeah. Oh, can I just dump this in?
Yep.
yeah, I was going to say, it's actually not that much corn. You got to buy a lot of freaking corn, man.
Yeah. Corn can be. Well, okay. So right. Let me get to the corn. So right now, this is just 1 yellow onion,
Okay.
chopped up, 1 red pepper. And this is difficult sitting down. It's really difficult sitting down, actually.
You're a pro at this point, though.
Yes. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to soften all this. Just let those things do their thing for a little bit, right?
Alrighty.
Then we've got a bunch of other junk that we're going to add to this. It's going to be super good. Oh, wait. I'm going to throw in 1 diced jalapeno,
Okay.
like that.
Easy.
Okay? Same thing. Same drill. Mix it around. I've got the heat.
Love that sizzling.
And here's what it's cooking in. It's cooking in the bacon grease.
Oh, wow.
Right? If you're going to cook bacon, leave some grease in the pan. I've got extra right here in case I need it, but I think I'm going to be okay. And the smell from this is really quite unbelievable right now. I'm loving it. So we're going to let this cook down a little bit. Maybe 5 minutes till the onions start to soften a little bit. And then we're going to add the corn and then the other stuff, and we're going to be fine. What's going on in there, boys?
Nothing much.
I have a question. Did I hear that the Liberace movie is only on HBO?
Yes.
It's not in theaters?
No.
Oh, it's not?
Internationally, it is. It was released internationally in theaters, but not
Wait
in
a
the
sec.
US.
I'm confused about this. What?
They are releasing it internationally as a feature
But why not? Why not here?
because there's no American studios that wanted to distribute it.
They don't like
in
the
through
movie?
The theaters. No, not that they don't like the movie, but they might think it's a little too
The
Racy.
theme?
in your face. In your face.
It's 2013.
Yes.
Wait, not only is it 2013,
Mm-hmm.
but it's Liberace.
But by the way, I just have to say,
Yeah.
Liberace, Michael Douglas, perfect.
Oh,
You know, the
awesome.
little bits
How-
that I've seen,
Did we just-
unbelievable.
Yeah.
How did we not even see that coming? That was, yeah.
So yeah, you would think that a movie that had Matt Damon, Michael Douglas, and Steven Soderbergh directing.
Right. Forget the movie topic, right?
Uh-huh.
Those three guys should have been able to pull off a movie that got distributed nationwide about people collecting dog crap at
Seriously.
dog parks.
And on top of that, I'm looking at the cast right now. Rob Lowe, Dan Aykroyd, Scott Bakula. I mean, these are like
Wow.
Paul
That's
Reiser's in
big,
it.
yeah.
So wait,
Pretty
Max,
big
are you
names.
saying that the homosexual relationship between Michael Douglas and Matt Damon
Yes.
is too much?
Okay, I think it might not just be the fact that it's a homosexual relationship, but it might be also contributing factor the whole thing about him being nearly 70 years old and being with a 20-year-old, and I think it's just okay.
By the way, I've seen heterosexual couples in Las Vegas
Uh-huh.
with the same age difference.
No, of course, of
80-year-old men with like 25-year-old 6'3" statuesque blondes.
Of course. I think it was honestly purely a business decision. They look at it like this is going to generate a lot of attention, a lot positive, but maybe a lot negative, and it's just not worth it to risk our other projects that are going to be releasing.
And in
all summer.
2013, they're not there yet.
Apparently not.
I was at a
You'd think that we would,
a
but-
meeting today. I don't know if you've heard me. I've talked about Noah Homes before.
Mm-hmm.
It's a charity that I do stuff with here in San Diego. It's a facility for adults 18 to 60 with developmental disabilities. So there's a lot of Down syndrome and stuff like that, right? An amazing organization. They do just
NoahHomes.org.
right. They do great work. So I'm at a meeting today with 3 people from there to talk about this event that we're going to do in November. They're having their 30th year, 30th anniversary.
Oh, wow. It's big.
Right. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there and we're talking about who's going to be there and blah, blah, blah. And they're getting people to say thank you and stuff. And they mentioned Jerry Sanders, the ex-mayor of San Diego,
Oh, what is he up to nowadays?
he's at the Convention Visitors Bureau and doing an amazing job. I saw him at an event a week and a half ago. He was so sharp looking. I'm telling you, just a beautiful suit and shirt and tie, and he looked amazing. He looked fantastic. And I have to say that our new mayor just looked kind of like sloppy next to him. He really did. Is something going on with my mic? Is it my mic?
No.
I'm not hearing anything.
Are you hearing
touching
anything? Okay. So anyway, so they say Jerry Sanders, he's been a good friend of Noah Holmes and blah, blah, blah. And I said, you know what? I'm a huge fan of Jerry Sanders. And then I make this little joke and I say, you know, I used to really like Jerry Sanders, and then I found out he had a gay daughter. And I just stopped. I didn't say anything. I'm making a
Why
joke.
would you do that, dude?
I just try to rile people up.
Why,
And I'm telling you,
dude?
I would have let it gone another second or two longer, but the looks on their faces were so horrified.
Jaws dropped.
Jaws dropped. I thought, shit, even me now saying, I'm only kidding, they're going to now potentially not even believe the fact that I was kidding. Oh, it was unfreaking comfortable. And by the way, just
Why do
in
you
case,
do that to yourself?
I'm trying to be funny, and apparently it wasn't funny at that moment. I'm just. And by the way, in case I have to say this, I have no problem with gay people.
Oh, of course
No, I really don't. It's a joke. It's a joke. But it was one of those moments that I was like, oh shit, I shouldn't have even said that. That's not even going anywhere.
No, you shouldn't, man. It's
That's
like
not going anywhere.
When
You know
we
what it
first
is?
started this show,
Yeah.
and we had to stop saying a bunch of different words because we knew that would offend like the general populace. And you're like, oh, what, really?
Yes. Well, apparently that's one of them. All right. So the onion, the red pepper, the jalapeno have softened to the point where now they can get that. The blown out corn.
Yeah, why don't you mix it around?
Wow. Let me just make this happen a little bit more. Sorry, I apologize for that terrible color that just happened there. So I'm going to let this do its thing. It's a little dry in the pan. I could put butter in. I could put oil in. But I have this bacon grease still that I'm going to let it become the place of this. And this sitting cooking thing, I don't dig this.
This was your idea.
I know. Well, I like the idea because it could let us talk about all the stuff we have to talk about.
Like, oh, today's Wednesday.
Oh, we got MasterChef tonight.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
every
Oh.
Wednesday.
Oh, jeez. We almost forgot.
And we get to talk about it Friday. I can't wait. Do you know what's coming up? You don't have any idea.
Yeah,
do
well,
you?
there's a trailer out, and it let's put it, they're going to be lamb and sheep involved.
Oh,
And
I saw that.
tonight is
Lamb
where they're going to
and-
reveal.
They let loose about 75 sheep in your area.
Yeah, let's talk about one thing.
Wait,
sheep
you
poop.
didn't have to slaughter and like.
It's the worst, man.
Wait.
You had to slaughter sheep?
No.
No.
It
that
was
would.
we got surrounded by sheep. You also have to watch, but the trailer pretty much says it all.
Yeah.
We got surrounded by sheep.
Oh. While
Oh,
you cook.
God. Hey, wait. Can I just get to this for a second?
Not while we cook.
Yes.
I need to add some time to this.
Okay.
So I'm just, you see what I'm doing? Here, watch.
Yeah.
You pulled it off.
I'm doing this. Here's the time right there.
Oh.
Nope, there you go.
Yep.
And just backwards, bing, it strips it, and then the little pieces go in, right?
It's like magic.
It's like magic. It's really good. It's
Try
one
to
of
hold
those.
a little lower.
It's one of
No,
those
it's okay.
herbs that. Oh shit!
It's okay.
Sorry, that does really well. I don't want the sticks in there, but thyme is really really fragrant. You don't need too much of it.
And
But
it's
I'm
one of those
smelling it
herbs-
right here. It's really good. When it heats up, boy, it's
Yeah.
magic.
And it's just so much better fresh.
It's fresh.
You know?
Thyme is one of those things. If you have it, like any herb, if you have fresh, you're going to be a lot happier with. You can't always do that. It's not always practical, and
True.
who wants to do that, right? I mean, it means you got to go to the store, and sometimes you could this dish right here, you could absolutely make with canned corn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
No problem. This would be one of those really simple to change to the canned version, right?
Oh yeah.
If you had it. And I keep canned corn because I use it for roasted corn salad we did a
Uh-huh.
couple years ago. How long have we been on this?
The Sam Livecast?
Yes.
283
years now?
episodes?
Can you believe it? Wait, we're not coming up to 3 years.
I think we are because we already passed the 2-year mark, right?
No, well, we're at about 2 1/4.
Are you
A
kidding?
little less than 2 1/4, but
It's-
we're coming up on 300 episodes.
Wow.
It's nuts.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
right.
know.
We just passed our 2-year.
Yeah.
I don't
it
know
was,
how many
in
places,
April.
how many joints can
Or
say
May,
that.
actually.
Okay, so I've got some thyme in there. Now I'm going to use a little Creole seasoning.
Okay.
And the only one I know is this one, Tony Cacher. I don't even. Chicheris. It's the only one that I've seen. I'll show you that little.
Cool.
That guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the only one that I know. So we don't want to go too much. There is a lot of really good flavor out of this stuff, anyways. But we're going to give it a little sprinkling of this. A little bit more of the grease.
Oh yeah.
Finish that off,
Yes,
Bacon
please.
flavor.
and then we'll do this. We'll mix it. I'm going to turn it up. Give it a couple minutes of like high heat, and then I'm going to add the last, well, almost the third to last ingredient.
The funny thing is, I think we're taking our time more so with this recipe than anything else, but it still doesn't take very much time.
It doesn't take very much time. No,
So,
you're right.
you know.
You're right.
So in case people haven't found out, we have recipes on the samlivecast.com. You can go to it and get recipes like that corn salad we were talking about. And just click on the little recipes button here.
Yes. We celebrated a friend's birthday on Saturday night. Bruno.
Oh,
Turned 50 finally, Lynn.
Can you believe that?
No.
Lynn's old boss. For
Yeah,
anybody
my
who
Lynn's
doesn't
old
know.
boss. I've been waiting for that ass to turn 50 forever, it seems. And he finally did. So we did a progressive dinner party
Oh, love those.
at 6 different locations.
Explain
Not
for anybody
houses.
who doesn't know.
So here's what we did. A progressive dinner party is, you do it on your block or in a couple of blocks of your house. And somebody's house starts with an appetizer, and then you go to the next, you walk up to the next house and you do soup, and then you do salad at a house, then a main course, and then a dessert, right?
Right.
We did 6 different restaurants and or bars and something at each.
That is sweet. Did they all know you were doing?
Yes, I organized it in advance.
Got it.
Except for 2 of them. The 2 bars didn't know. We started at Gaijin Noodle House
Oh yeah, the new one.
downtown.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to tell you right now, I had the best crab I've ever had in my life. Ever had in my life. It was a whole crab, quickly cooked like in a wok or something.
High praise, dude.
Oh my God, it was unfreaking believable. Then we left there, and we went to the Aero Club Bar. Have you been there?
No, I see it all the time, man.
You know what? Everybody
wanna
that
go.
I've told this story to said, "Oh yes, I've seen it, but they've never gone."
It's just not one of the things you like.
No,
Really,
you have to go. It's a bar like you've never seen.
really.
A bar like you've never seen. I've got to.
I mean, look, this is. I'm gonna pull up the picture, but this is.
No, I'm going to try and show you a picture of the bar itself, and that's the reason to go because it's just fully unbelievable.
And for those that aren't in San Diego, I think everybody's seen this bar because it's right next to the airport. Really, you can see the sign.
Yeah, you
from, like, a
pass
mile
it.
away,
Everybody
you know?
that's ever left the airport has seen this. 2632. Wait, hold on. I got a picture right here. Hold on.
You're sending it
This
to
is.
Lynn.
I was just actually going to show it right here. Here, go right there. Watch this. Oh, my hands are getting hot. Ow.
Can't see
You
too
can't see
well,
that.
but what am I? What
Should
are
I
we?
send it to Lynn?
Yeah, that would be
Do
better.
you want me to do this?
Just
I'll
hand
do
it to Lynn. He can do it.
All
Hand
right,
it
I'll
to
do
Lynn.
this.
He
I'll
can-
just I'll email
All
it
you have
to
to do is
Lynn
hand
right
it to Lynn.
Oh,
and then
Lynn.
You don't have to do that.
now. Oh, here, watch. I got it. No. I just sent it to Lynn.
Okay.
Send. Okay, empty subject. Yes, send. Okay, I need to add some cream to this. Cream's the next step.
Really?
Cream?
Yeah, and
Vegetables and cream.
I know, but I want a little bit more. Look at the bubbling, right? I'm
Yeah,
gonna turn
wow.
it down.
Okay, I have to ask, why this recipe? Like, what gave you the idea? It seems so random.
So I've had, because I saw corn in the store, and I thought, oh, it's perfect. It's spring corn, and it's out there, and everybody's got it now, and I think it would be a good thing to do something with. And I've had Maque Choux before. I've not had it in New Orleans or anywhere in that part of the world because I've never really been there.
Gosh, I so wish we can go.
I would love to go. But this is one of the things that this is really good with. It's good with almost anything that you do out on the grill. Anything you do out on the grill. Make a bunch of this. You can do it early in the day and then just reheat it. Mm-hmm. It's a fantastic
It's
thing.
perfect for the summer.
It's sort of like, that grilled corn salad that we did probably a couple of years ago now.
Yeah.
It was really good. This is kind of like a side dish version of that. That's fantastic.
September 28th,
No, that-
2012.
Oh, is
There
that
you
no?
go.
That's the kale salad. He's talking about the corn salad.
Oh, the corn. There's another one we did.
We did the corn salad.
Yeah.
Looking
No,
for it.
you were talking about the corn salad, right?
Okay, wait. Yeah, I was talking about the corn salad. Anyway, so we went to Gaijin. We went to the Aero Club Bar. We went to Shakespeare's Pub, and had sausage rolls and Scotch eggs.
Oh,
I love
nice.
Shakespeare.
Remember the Scotch eggs we did on the live
Oh,
cast?
of course, yes.
We did that version. Then we went to Nunu's. Do you guys know what Nunu's is?
No idea.
It's a little old school dive bar in Hillcrest that's fantastic. Fantastic. We loved it. Then we went to Carnitas Snack Shack
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
love that.
and had the triple threat, which is pork schnitzel,
That's
pulled
ridiculous.
pork, and bacon in a sandwich, along with a steak sandwich that we had that was maybe one of the best steak sandwiches I've ever had in my life. I've been trying to get Hannes Cavan, the chef there, to come on the live cast, and we've traded dates back and forth, and it hasn't worked out yet.
He's
But
too
we're
busy.
dying to have the dude here.
Is this what you got from Carnita Snack Shack?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, look at that
Wow.
thing.
It's got
Jeez.
pork
See if you
everything.
can find the steak sandwich too. I'm telling you, that steak sandwich was absolutely ridiculous how good it was.
How's our corn going there? It's looking
We're
great.
doing
It's
good.
bubbling.
We're a few minutes away. And then I've only got 2 more things to add to this.
Okay.
And then we went to Urban Solace and we had 3 main courses there and dessert.
Wow.
It was. Do you have that
It's
picture
a
of that
lot
bar?
of food.
No, yet it hasn't come in
It
yet.
didn't make it yet? All right. It was a lot of food, but it was really great. And we had one more bar to go to after that. But at that point, we were also full and nearing drunk that it couldn't happen.
No.
Wow, this shit is going to be crazy good.
Here's the steak sandwich you were just talking about.
Oh,
It's good.
I'm telling you.
They do good work there, man.
I don't know what he does. It's a place that you walk up to, you order. There's no inside. The inside is about this big, and it's where they cook. You can't even get. I mean, there's outside seating, but it's all outside seating. You have to go in San Diego. They're at about 26 in University. Carnita Snack Shack. Hannes Cavan is the chef. You have to go. Go to all the places we went to. Right.
Seriously.
Urban Solace's food is amazing. We've talked about it before. Guy Jin Noodle House. Best crab I think I've ever had in my life. And I think that's a big statement when you finish it with in your life, right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
So this cream in here is just adding a little richness, a little thick to the whole thing, and definitely a little bit of delicious, crazy-ass flavor. All right, so let me get 2 things, and we'll finish it off. I've got some salt to add, because we did have the Cajun seasoning, but I didn't give it any salt, so we'll add some salt. There. Nice. And now I'm going to add, remember the bacon fat?
Yes.
Well, the bacon fat came from this, which is bacon. So I'm going to
Yeah.
add this
Oh,
in
that's
there.
what I'm talking about.
Who isn't talking about that? And now this all gets mixed.
Wow.
The salt, the bacon.
Basically, nothing bad went in there.
Nope.
No, but look at it. Look how gorgeous it is, right? Lucky just went down to eat a piece of corn that fell out, and he's going to burn himself.
Wait, I have a question for Lynn. Do we normally put bad things into our recipes?
Yeah, that's a good. Actually, Max, nice point.
No, you
Nice
know what I'm
point.
saying. Sometimes
Yeah.
ingredients just can't go wrong.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably it. I think we could be absolutely done there. I didn't talk about the pork belly buns that I made for my nephew Mark's girlfriend Katie's birthday party last night.
Wow.
Lynn, you would have been very proud of me. They were David Chang-esque.
Oh, yeah.
I cooked my own pork belly for the first time. I made a sauce for them. I did a little seasoned pickle cucumber thing to go into it.
That sounds good.
It was amazing.
That sounds amazing.
They were really good. Little cilantro.
And no
didn't,
photos?
And I didn't take a picture.
What the
No.
hell?
I found one online. Is it kind
Who
of
does
something
that?
like
Let's
this?
see.
The little pork bun things?
Let's have a look.
Kind of ish.
I think mine looked better.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
you don't have pictures to prove it, sir.
I didn't.
got a
I
point.
didn't make my own bun
No one does.
because you can go to an Asian market and you can buy those. We have to do them one day on the live cast because they are ridiculously good.
Please, let's do it.
And my wife, who normally hates stuff like that, she was crazy for it. Okay, I'm going to get myself a fork, and then we're going to try these. And let me say, while I'm doing this, wait, I'm going to get a spoon. I didn't use their stuff today, but WeOlive.com is a sponsor of the show. We're so proud to have them here. They do such good work. They deal only in California extra virgin olive oils. And that's a big statement to make because there's a lot of places only. Change your website. Have they, Max?
No, it's just a little skinnier from our screen.
It is. Extra virgin olive oils only from California, and that's a big deal because there's a lot of fake olive oils out there that are claiming to be extra virgin. Theirs are amazing, and I say this all the time, and not to just completely always say the same thing, but what you should do is you should go there and you should have them make you smarter about olive oil. It's really that simple. They will sit you down, they will pour you 3 or 4 or 10 or 12 and let you taste what a good extra virgin olive oil is all about. And what it's all about, it's about you finding one that you like. I've said it before, I think olive oil is a very personal thing, especially the extra virgin ones that have lots of flavor in many different areas. And they will help you understand what you want, what you will like, and what makes sense for you to buy.
Amen. And
Right.
really quickly, they have an awesome wine and olive oil tasting event this Thursday in La Jolla, San Diego. We have 2 tickets to give away. This is what I want people to do.
What?
This show is going to be going up on Wednesday. I want the first 2 people to just hop on Facebook or Twitter and ask for the tickets. The first 2 people that do that, or the first person that does that, is going to get 2 tickets.
Wait, tell people where it is.
Thursday, May 30th in La Jolla.
In La
We'll
Jolla,
get you
okay.
more details. First person to get on there and just simply ask for it.
And
via
Max,
social
where do they
media.
have to go? So A, you have to be able to go,
Uh-huh.
and B, they're going to jump online to where?
Facebook.com/Sam the Cooking Guy. The link is right there. Or you can also tweet us, handle the Cooking Guy.
Right. And we'll get
Simple
you
as
the
that.
tickets.
Mhm.
That's awesome. Wait, I got to talk about one of my things.
Oh, go for it.
Thursday night, I'm going to be at Randy Jones All-American in Mission Valley, right?
Nice. Yeah.
Doing a, look at that. Sam's Taste Tour is back with Stella. I can't wait. Thursday night from 6 to 8 p.m. at Randy Jones.
Free admission.
Free admission. All-American Bar?
It's All American Sports Grill.
Sports Grill. Randy Jones All-American Sports Grill in Mission Valley at Hazard Center. I'm going to be there from 6 to 8 cooking. Somebody asked me what I'm cooking.
What are you?
I don't know. It's 2 days from now. I'll figure it out an hour from then.
Terrible.
Well, there is
Come
one.
in, have some Stella with me, have something I'm going to make, hang out. We'll have some fun together. It's all good.
There is one thing I do know.
Yes?
You are beating Jeff Zevley in the Star 94.1 Dads event.
Oh, my God. You're right. Star's doing this Best Dads thing, and they've got this whole thing bracketed. Pull out and show all the brackets.
Yeah, give me 1 sec.
Right. Just let me say, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add these chopped up green onions into here.
Nice.
Perfect.
They're getting stirred in at the last minute because I don't want to cook them down. I want them to still be raw, but in a positive raw kind of sense.
Yeah.
Right?
And here's the bracket. You got some stiff competition.
Who am I? What am I? What is?
I remember
Antonio
Tony Hawk was
Gates,
in there.
Tony Hawk, Phil Mickelson, Artie Ojeda.
Marty?
Oh, you're in the same.
Artie?
You're in the same side as Tony Hawk. So
I know.
if you can get past Tony Hawk,
You could be against him in the champ. So.
Tony Hawk. All right. Well, we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of this.
Okay.
I'm going to put a little bit in my bowl for me.
It's a cute little bowl.
I'm going to take my little spoon, my little fallen palm leaf. I'm going to try this. There's a lot of steam coming off it. Oh, my God. Okay. Here's all I'm going to say. Number one, holy shit, you have to make this. Number two, this is vegetable week. It's not vegetarian week. So, yes, I use bacon in here. If you don't want the bacon, you could leave it out. You could put Max, you said there's a pretend bacon.
Fake bacon. They got fake everything.
Fakin. What's it called?
Fakin, yeah.
Right, fakin. You could
Yeah.
use that. You could use the soy chorizo.
Ooh.
But I'm telling you, this,
Epic.
we're doing Father's Day here. I'm going to make the little pork buns, and I'm now making this.
Hell yeah.
Because this is one of the best things I put in my mouth in a long time.
So
by
you're
the way-
cooking on Father's Day?
Yeah, I guess I am.
Oh, man.
We're doing Father's Day here for the family, like the bruisers and everybody's coming
Got
here.
it.
By the way, just let me say, just before we got on the line with Greg, we blew a fuse. And I sent Greg a text, said, uh-oh. And I said, I'm typing it out, and I go, blew a fuse? I don't know what I did, but it said blew a dude. You have to be careful about that. I backed it up. Okay, blew a fuse. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay.
All right. You want to make this. Trust me. Holy S. All the levels of this are completely amazing. Thanks for being here. Vegetable Week will finish up on Friday with something else fully fantastic that you can make. Sitting in a chair with a camera on you and computer in front of you. It's going to be gross for Lynn to take a picture of, but it's freaking delicious. See you on Friday.